Hey, what is up everyone? We are back with another video. Today we are going to be working on the bike again. As you know, in the last video we did of putting the handlebars on and the pedals, getting some other things straightened out. The derailleur hanger is not aligned, so I'm going to show you all how to do that. I did have to go through a video just to kind of refresh my brain. I kind of do it at work here and there, but definitely refresh my brain, kind of see how I do it. And I've actually been doing it a little bit wrong, but you can still get it pretty accurate without doing this little tweak that I have to do. But I will show you that in a second. Let's just get right into it. Derailleur hanger alignment gauge by Park Tool. This is the DAG 2.2. Very, very strong. I'm pretty sure I have one of these at work, and it actually seems a little bit older, but there's no play, which is what you want. That way, as it's on, it's not it's not flimsy, so you can actually get an accurate reading. So yeah, it works really good, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So let's get right into it. So I have been thinking about making a video on tools that you can cheap out on and some that you can't. I have seen some of Seth Bike Hacks videos, or Seth's videos, because it's actually changed to Burn Peak and Burn Peak Express. But I've been watching him since it was Seth Bike Hacks. And yeah, so he's been doing some AliExpress type things. And yeah, I think I want to kind of go into my own detail of what I think I can cheap out on and which ones I can't. There are some really good AliExpress ones from what I can tell and from his reviews that I've seen. But I do want to kind of go into my own details with my own tools that I haven't cheaped out on, which is basically everything. I actually got the whole Park toolkit. I'm not sure exactly which design or all the tools that I got. I can't tell you the exact one that I got because I just can't remember. But I think I will go into detail with it. I do have some cheaper tools that I did start out with, so maybe I'll bring those into the mix. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, let's just get into this. There's just some things you can't cheap out on, and I think the derailleur alignment gauge is one of them. I know there are some that are cheap, but you can kind of get your money's worth, but I'd rather go with super accurate than 95% accurate. So let's get into it and I'll show you how it works. It is angled inwards and it's also twisted very slightly. This was definitely not from me. This was from the previous owner. Probably why they got rid of it and used it for parts, or at least one of the reasons. So yeah, we're gonna bend it back and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, so first you want to make sure this threads in very nicely. If it doesn't, you're gonna have to probably grab a threader, but normally I don't really have problems with it. So it's kind of snug on there, which is what you want. You don't need it crazy tight. I do want to show you, I hope you guys can see this. So you have this that goes and moves around, and I'm gonna go like that, kind of lay it there. I have my Park Tool RR12 tape measure. This is what I'm going to use to kind of gauge a little bit more. I can use the rubber mounts that it has on it, which are pretty nice, but this is what I did for work because the rubber mounts weren't on it. You can use a tape measure, but I will show you if the wheel is bent, which you kind of want to only use where the stem is. That way, if the wheel is bent at all, you can use it to your advantage and kind of go from there. So if you look here, it's a little bit more than a finger. So I'm going to push that in. push it in, tighten it up. Now we're going to move it down to the bottom. This is how we're going to start to see how bad it is. Now I can take this, bring it back, because that O-ring will stay just like that. We can bring it down, bring it up to where it needs to go, bring it in. Now you can see by here it's about 1 1/8. So we can tell that it is definitely bent inwards and was hit by a rock or something. Normally that's what it's going to be, so you're going to have to bend it upwards. I will reference Park Tool right now because I did watch the video right before, because I just wanted to get a little bit of a refresher. So I will shout them out, and this is like their, I guess, the original video idea. I'm just kind of put it in my perspective and kind of pushing it out there more so that more people can figure out how to fix their own bike. That's basically all I'm trying to do, trying to learn and show everybody else. Let's get into the bending part now. So I am going to bend it upwards, probably just a little bit. This is a steel frame, so I don't have to worry about it too. Actually, I think it might be aluminum. Either way, it is connected to the frame. It is not just a piece you can buy. So normally I haven't had a problem snapping one, but you do have to be careful of that. But this tool will help with that. If it's not too crazy and touching the cassette, normally I haven't seen anything that has actually broken, unless maybe it's been bent before, but so far I haven't seen any bad things. I don't know if you saw that, but it did bend. And now we can check to see what it looks like now. So I'm gonna bring the valve back down, which actually I don't think I'll have to do that because this rim is fairly straight. So I'm just going to go by that. But if you really want an accurate reading, use that stem all the time. Yeah, it's referenced in the Park Tool video. So yeah, I'm going to use this ring. I'm going to tighten it up. And now what I'm going to do, loosen it back up, bring it back. I'm going to bring it up here. Okay, so looks like we could have bent it a little bit too much, but we're going to go back down. Hope you guys can see this. So I'm going to put it in there. Now it looks like it is not far enough, so it is bent a little bit too much. So I'm going to bring it back in just a hair. That's a little bit closer. So that should be about equal. I'm going to bring this ring in. I'm going to loosen it, bring it back down. Now it's just maybe like a 1/4 of an inch. A little bit bent too much in. So now I'm going to bend it back out just a very slight bit. I'm still getting used to how much power and how much you need to pull. Bend it in just a hair. Bend it out just a hair. Now that should be perfect. I'm going to bring it in. Drop this in there. And maybe just out just a little bit. And bring it in just a little bit. Pull this back out, bring it back down. See what aligns with this. Okay, as you can tell now, we have that little bead. That means it's all set. It's got a little bit of wiggle room, which it doesn't need a lot. Now in the video they referenced was a 3mm Allen key. It should fit there. It's not doing that. Okay, so if you look right there, it's about half of it. That is okay. I'm going to leave that as it is. I believe it should be in the 3mm range for optimal shifting. You can go back and reference the video. It's from Park Tool. Just search up derailleur alignment Park Tool, and the video should pop right up. But yeah, so basically we got it vertical. Now we got to get it horizontal, and by doing that we're basically doing the same thing we did vertical, just sideways. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to leave you guys in the background to do like a little time lapse of it. Okay, so there's an issue with this video, and I'm realizing it now. I just fixed this hanger, and I didn't get proof that it was broken or anything, or how it was shifting, so that I could show you how it was shifting. But basically I'm going to explain it. So anytime I would go to the bottom gear, it would be perfectly fine. Any other gear, it was having problems staying in that gear when I would pedal hard. That's one of the signs that either your tension or the derailleur hanger isn't aligned. Now, obviously it's kind of hard to tell with the tension, but you can obviously look right here if your derailleur is straight or not. If you look right now, that's a heck of a lot straighter than it was. So that should work better. It looks like a lane in a road, so it goes straight and then it goes back, then it goes down. That's what this is doing. So we'll see if it works. It looks like it will. I shouldn't have any problems with it. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully it's not worse. It's kind of hard to do because it is attached to the frame, but it should be fine. And if not, then I might have to go into some dramatic measures which involve a hammer just to get this back out to where it's supposed to be. But it should be fine. I'm going to try it out now. We're going to see. Now what you want to make sure is that the wheel is aligned with your cassette that the chain is on, or the gear that your chain is on. So I'm going to tighten it a little bit, and it should be basically perfectly aligned, maybe a little bit off center, just the very slightest bit. That way it can kind of go into that gear. But right now we're going to try it out, see how it works. Yeah, it's just what I thought. So it's kind of bent inwards. So instead of it just being over here straight with the dropout, it's actually kind of pushed in. So if you look here, you can see it's kind of like a zigzag type thing we got going on here. So basically, it's not going to be perfect. It's also, yeah, I think I just need to do derailleur, but the hanger is straight for the most part, as much as I could get it. The alignment tool is showing that it is straight, so I know there's a crazy amount of play in here, so I might have to take that apart, see what's going on with that at some point. So if you look here, there's a lot of play in that derailleur, probably from the big smash. Actually, if you look right there, this is where it was hit. So I'm guessing the bearings or whatever that is in this are bad. You can see that very bad play right there. So I think that's one of the issues. I think the other issue is, like I said, this is kind of pushed inwards, but the hole for the derailleur is straight. So I might have to kind of bang this out a little bit and realign it. Put it on like a flat surface or something, or maybe I'll leave it and put a new derailleur on or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but yeah, I just showed you how to align it. That's how you do it. The problem was that I had some other issues too. So also I found this out. It's got to be the hub, but the hub is tightened, so I think the bearings are just bad. But if you look here at the cassette, that is moving too. So the derailleur is moving, and so is the cassette when the wheel moves. So yeah, that doesn't help with shifting either. So it looks like I have to tear this hub apart, and I also have to get a new derailleur. I can find this exact derailleur on Amazon, so I will probably get one of those at some point and get this baby fixed up, because it has been very reliable for me. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Didn't work out as planned, but we did get it straight, and I did get to show you how to straighten one. If you want more details and better explaining, I guess you could say, you could go to Park Tool. They'll explain it really well. Just because of the disabilities that I have, it makes it kind of hard to figure it out myself in my brain and then kind of put it out there so that you guys can understand it. So it kind of gives mixed signals, I guess, and guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. If it didn't, then there's other videos that can help you out. But if I did, drop a thumbs up, put a comment in the video that maybe it helped you or whatever. And yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. See you all later. Peace out, stay safe, and keep on riding.